The way that we're building our handrail is, as you saw, we got some big 6x6 posts in. Because these are going to end up being rented, you can't do a typical deck height. We're required to make them to 42. So what we did was we bought 36-inch balusters, and we cut our post to 40.5, and we're going to have a topper plate on top, which will take it to 42. That'll be a 2x6 laid on edge, or on its side rather. And then it'll have a 2x4 at the top, 2x4 at the bottom, so 32 plus 7 is going to give us 39 inches. So there'll be an inch gap at the bottom, so no kids will be falling through. So right now what Steve's doing is he's just cutting the top plate and the bottom plate, and then we're going to lay out the baluster placement after that, and I'll show you how that works. So. Happy?
Yeah, perfect.
I expect no less, Steve.
You want a good pencil for this?
Oh, no, this is a great pencil, Steve. All right, so what did we just say? 33 and 33.5 plus a 16th, yeah, and a light.
So a heavy 9/16.
So this is kind of like doing layout on a wall. So think of this as like your top and your bottom plate. The best way to get your placement, so we have to have these spaced no more than 4 inches apart. So what we do, this is 67 and 3/16. So we just found the center. And then after we find the center, that's our very first one. And then you just check it. And so as you can see, our last baluster is gonna fall, you know, 1.5 inches from the end. So that's totally acceptable. And then all you do is you're gonna mark every 4 inches, and then you're gonna transfer this to the other one. And then the way these balusters work is there's essentially little receivers, and you just screw it to the center of your board on both of these, and then the baluster gets sandwiched between your top and your bottom plate. So this is the easiest way to do it. And right now we're just gonna transfer this to the other, and then we'll find our center on all these. I guess I could do that now, huh? Tedious, but when you get done, you end up with a really nice looking, really strong handrail, which is what you want. This is so fun, Steve.
Yep.
Some say the most fun thing you can do.
You could nail these together with like some 8-penny nails.
100%.
But you're going to end up with extra holes in your boards, and we're just trying to eliminate extra holes, basically.
Yeah, for a nicer finished product.
Yep.
The good news is, since I got something in my eye, it's watering the whole time. So these will be within a 1/2 inch, Steve. Is that good enough? Hi, baby. Oh, that was actually, oh God. Almost made it. See, pretty ladies make me nervous. There we go. Okay, 1 down, 12 to go. Or so. Steve, what do you think left on this project? 20 minutes max?
Something like that.
So, the way these work, looks like a T25 bit. And we're just gonna screw these down into the middle. These will throw it on the ground first. It'll cover up your pencil marks, which is great. So you're not going to see any of those. And then this just gets pushed into the baluster and it holds it perfectly in place. So it's a pretty neat system. It does cost a little bit of money, but it's not terrible. Carter, what do you think about this impact?
I like it. It makes me not like other impacts.
Yeah, I told you it's nice, didn't I? Now when I use other impacts other than the Surge Milwaukee here, I literally feel like it's the Great Depression and we just can't afford nice things. So this is my favorite impact of all time. Whoop. Pretty slick system, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Let's make sure to put half of them on upside down like I just about did. They do make brackets for this that they screw into the end of this. Well, really, you screw them into place on your post and then these sit in it, but they're really expensive. And they're made of material kind of like these little receivers right here. And I didn't choose to use them because of how expensive they are. I think they're almost $10 for a set of two. So you're talking 20 bucks between each of your posts. Instead, what we're gonna use is a Kreg pocket hole jig. If you've never used one of these, they're pretty awesome. Compared to some of the earlier ones, they're super easy to set up. You literally just slide this. You can read the instructions on it, but effectively our board thickness is 1.5 inches. And then on your drill bit itself, where'd we put that? Same thing here, you can set this to 1.5 inches. And that's all your settings that you have to do. Then this just sets on here and it gives you a really nice finished look with a really good connection. And so now all we have to do, you want to drill for me and I'll hold you in place, is you just literally drill it. It's got a little vent right here for the sawdust to come out. Perfect. Clamping this is fine as well.
What do you use
So then what you're left with are some nice, clean, finished looking holes. So that on the back side of your deck, it's still gonna look really good, but then you don't have to pay a ton of money for this. And you can use this for so many projects that it's a great purchase. It's not very expensive. Yep. So these are the screws that come with them. It'll end up getting recessed in there about this far. We're gonna actually use a little bit longer screw. But again, it gives you a nice, clean, finished look with a really strong connection, and you're gonna save a ton of money instead of buying a bunch of brackets. If this is for your house and this is the only deck you're ever gonna build, the brackets are a really great option because, or if you just don't think that you're gonna use projects or have projects for that Kreg pocket hole jig. But if you're gonna be doing other things, what are you looking for? Found it? If you have other projects, dude, this can be used if you're building furniture, a ton of other carpentry projects, anything where you need a nice finished look, it's a really great purchase. And to be honest, the brackets, the only thing that they give you that this doesn't, if your post is cupped a little bit, so it's like rounded out, this may not, or rounded the other direction, this may not sit perfectly flat. And that bracket helps to hide that, but again, they're ridiculously expensive. You're talking for this deck here, around $400 in brackets by the time we get done. So we chose to do this. It's a really good finish look, great connection. So all we're doing now is we created a little template here. It's got a spacer right here that's gonna hold us off exactly where we want it. And then we got a spacer underneath that holds us the height that we need it to be. So now all we have to do is go ahead, Carter, start placing some balusters. He's going to set those balusters on those bottom receivers right there. I keep wanting to say nipple, but I'm trying my best not to. So on those bottom receivers, and then we're just going to take our top plate, sandwich it. A little bit of a pain, but not too terrible. And then after that, we just, the pocket holes that we drilled, we'll use some wood screws to hold it to this post here. Start on this end, just hold me up just a little bit, Carter.
You don't want me to help you?
There you go.
Beautiful.
Yeah. We're pretty good up on the.
I'm really good.
See the block down there?
Yep. Good. The last thing we have to do is put the topper plate on, and it gives it a really nice finished look. Also gives you a nice place to set your drink if you'd like. We'll capture this in the next video, and if you like this video, like and subscribe.